51 likes. Just over, it's not really 50%, but it's 50%. If you haven't hit the like button, shame on you. Smash the like button, people. But yeah, let's see what's concerning us, man. I'm just warning you now, my tabs are all over the place, and it's gonna be Gyokeres heavy, people. The situation between Gyokeres and Sporting is getting tense, and in the last few hours, the striker has reiterated that he only wants to go to Arsenal and will refuse to turn up to training or play for a Portuguese side. Let's be real though, I'm not saying he's wrong. If Arsenal player or any club that you lot support, if they were doing that, fans' caps would be like, oh, he's no attitude, his attitude sucks. Because we're benefiting from it, we're lit. But I feel sorry for Gyokeres, because this might be the only way to get things popping. I don't know, people, whether he ends up at Arsenal or elsewhere. Andrea Berta believed that Leipzig's demands for Sesko were too high, and Arsenal were increasingly frustrated with the pace of negotiations and with the strikers' camp, who are yet to agree personal terms. So that's fair. If it's not making sense and things are taking long, at some point, no matter how much we like Sesko, and I think he's going to be a good striker, the man have to keep it moving. It's as simple as that. Arsenal are apparently on the verge of completing a deal for Gyokeres, with the transfer expected to be worth more than 65 million. Give Me Sport understands, barring any late complications, Gyokeres is expected to become an Arsenal player within the next few days. That'll probably be the quickest medical. I bet he's even saying to them, wherever he is on holiday, wherever he is on this earth, just do the medical here. I don't need to fly into London for that. I love it. Sesko will stay at Leipzig this season after Arsenal could not follow up their intensive interest, with the German side insisting on 90 million euros and further bonuses. They'll make bread. They'll make bread. Arsenal on the verge of completing a Sesko deal. This was the first thing I saw yesterday, that Arsenal are now getting closer to signing Gyokeres after a new round of talks in recent hours. Gyokeres will not return for training at Sporting as he's focused on leaving the club. Arsenal now advancing. Nothing done yet, but discussions underway. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. Yeah. Load, don't mess up my live stream. What's going on? We might have to leave this. Okay. Apparently, Gyokeres has accepted to give up 2 million from his salary in order to facilitate negotiations between Arsenal and Sporting. But make sure he gets that on the back burners, man. Make sure we run in that 2 mil. Kroenke, you could give a man 2 million without thinking. Give that to him. Sporting insist on a higher fee compared to Arsenal's proposal. Naturally, they're not going to accept our first offer. Gyokeres tries his best, also giving up money to make it happen. That's the mentality you want to see. Imagine what anyone that's going to give up 2 million, we're going to do to score goals for us. When it loads, we will know what we got to talk about here. Sources close to Viktor Gyokeres tell me this: he is desperate to finalize a deal to Arsenal rapidly. Sporting have given the Swede permission to delay his pre-season. Talks ongoing with Sporting at the time of reporting, as Arsenal attempt to secure a fee of under 80 million euros. Not gonna lie, hand of Arsenal, big up Ornstein, big up Romano, all them kind of man. Hand of Arsenal, you're the guy, because they've all been paying homage to you, and I just believe. Why are you muted? They're trying to bad man. Unmute that. You got anything else? Zubermandia. Lovely. He's 36 like a brick, if you know, you know. But anyways, moving on. What have we got here? Arsenal have an agreement in place with Gyokeres on a 5-year deal worth in excess of 200 grand a week. Sporting are still determined to play hardball on the fee. That's going to happen. And want around 70 million, with Arsenal pushing hard to get an agreement on the fee. That is being reported by the Mirror's John Cross. Wow, that's going on. Might as well see what you lot are saying in the comments. Gyokeres 14. I want us to retire the 14. So yeah, apparently Berta was peed off and Arteta was peed off. Arteta pushed Arsenal to explore other options outside of Sesko more actively, with the boss wanting the signing to be made before pre-season. I hear that. We need to keep it moving. So yeah, total agreement apparently on personal terms. Sporting have been informed of his desire. There's no intention to discuss other options, only to proceed with Arsenal as soon as possible. Freddie we need Gabriel Magalhaes in that announcement vid, and we need Freddie Lundberg. And what I would say to you, Gyokeres, for the culture, at some point you need to dye your hair red. I always say this. My mum, for obvious reasons, she would not let me in primary. Well, I was in primary school when you used to get called a glory hunter for being an Arsenal fan. I really wanted to dye my hair red like Freddie Lundberg. It never happened. Big up my guy Aaron. Need to facilitate a show where we get you back on, man. My guy. I don't know where the crybabies are at. Hands of Arsenal's provided the most accurate transfer coverage. I don't know who he is, where you are, but I owe you several beers, man, because you've done it for us, mate. And I swear there's rumors Gyokeres wants the number 9 shirt as well. Obviously, Jesus is controlling that. I'm not saying I want him to get finesse for that, but even that. I remember a famous Craig Bellamy quote along the lines of, I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to win shit. And obviously, I want everyone to be friends and all that, but that's just not how sport works. Come and do this stuff. There were new contacts between Arsenal and Sporting last night, but Sporting's president is still not accepting the latest proposal. Sporting wants 70 million euros fixed fee. Arsenal are offering 65 fixed and add-ons. Situation between Sporting and Gyökeres is tense because the player only wants Arsenal. In recent hours, Gyökeres has again told Sporting that he wants Arsenal and that he will not show up for pre-season training and will not play for Sporting anymore. Player is willing to forego 2 million of his own money to add to Arsenal's bid. Negotiations will continue, and here we go, could come at any moment. Gyökeres pushing like crazy to join Arsenal. That is what Romano is saying, people. 400 of you locked in. DG Nation, we've been growing over the summer. You lot better support the content when we're not talking about transfers, and I don't ask you lot for much. Follow on TikTok, on Twitter, on all these things. Just type in Deluded Gooner or Deluded Gooner 04. We've got 170 likes. Musk can get 200 mods. Come on, you're being lazy. Arsenal will make Madueke their statement signing if you haven't hit the like button. Oh, what's this? Talks are also continuing with Crystal Palace and Eze, sources told. Oh, can you lot still hear me? I think you can. Talks are also continuing with Crystal Palace and Eze, sources said. Again, things are positive between the three parties, but Palace have a fixed fee of 65 million for their star. Eze, like Madueke, is keen on moving to Arsenal. It is unclear, however, if the club can sign both wide players after completing the move for Gyökeres, which should be done first. Listen, Eze thing. Arteta, I promise we're going to shout Madueke. Eze, Rodrygo, Gyökeres, get that done. Arteta, trust me, when we get some sales, we're going to pattern you. Don't worry, you're going to get Madueke, man. Even fucking bringing a left back before that. Ojogo has spoken. Obviously, I can't understand Portuguese, so we're going to need good old Google Translate, mate. So, yeah, at this point, I think everybody can kind of see. Apparently, Sporting wants 70 million euros fixed fee. We're offering 65 plus bonuses. Gyökeres is prepared to give up money and go on strike. At this point, the same things are going to be repeated. The Portuguese media are saying things. Apparently, Gyökeres can't believe they were told the player could leave for something like 60 million euros plus 10 million. Again, so we might have hit that ballpark figure. But again, if that's not in cold hard writing, myth. Absolute myth. Subscribe and like if you haven't. Sporting are thought to won around 80 million euros, including bonuses. We covered that on multiple occasions and recently explained a good way for Arsenal to reach that figure. The Gyökeres saga has many similarities to the transfer process, which took Bruno Fernandes to Manchester United, including much of the English media inaccurately denying any interest for a long period. And Arsenal can learn a lot from how the Red Devils succeeded in the end. The only place we can learn from United, isn't it? Gyökeres has personally agreed to sign for us. So, yeah, that seems to be the magic number. At this point, we're going to just be regurgitating the same things. Hey, you lot saying new word, innit? You lot feeling that one, innit? Don't be fooled by Gyökeres, bro. Still has to prove himself in the Prem. Of course, brother, you need to score goals. I think the whole club has got pressure. Arteta's got to deliver. The players have got to deliver. The fans, we ain't got pressure, but we want to see us deliver. Gyökeres, you told us you got goals. Bring the goals, brother. Just like if you got Sesko potential, show us. Zubamendi, I've been hyping you. Zubamendi, Mazzolini, go and show us. Norgard, in relative to the role you're playing, go and show us. Lewis Skelly, can you show us again? So on and so forth. Pressure's a privilege. Pressure makes diamonds or it bursts his pipes. Which one you want to be on? It's about time this football club is on the right side of history. I'm not trying to be harsh for the sake of it, but we want to go into uncharted waters. There's no point waffling about what we're good at. Take the good and make it great. The evident areas of improvement, tactically, recruitment, all the illies that you could think of. Do that, innit? And bring this guy before Gyökeres. You're getting grace from me, innit? Positive criticism. Well, positives, and you do well, you get positives, you get criticized. But if you do struggle initially, you're going to get some grace because you've done everything to make this move happen, mate. You've done everything for this. I'm all for this, people. So, yeah, man, is anything new? Apparently, Arsenal have had an opening bid worth around 1 million plus extras for Igor Trajan, 17, rejected by Blackburn. So we have heard Mertesacker wants to recruit some more young tugs, and I'm all for it. If this guy can be bought for 1 million, progress to our first team, great. If that 1 million can turn into 20, 30, and that's reinvested, great as well. And that goes for a lot of them. Apparently, Rodrygo's agents are in talks with 4 clubs, as you saw before it failed to load. Apologies, folks. Tab police. I do try, smash the like button. Rodrygo's agents are in talks with 3 clubs: Arsenal, City, and Paris Saint-Germain. So we knew he was never going to have a free hit at him. And I don't even know, but I'd imagine Chelsea, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, everyone's going to throw their hat into the ring. ESPN Brazil have also added that these clubs are interested in him, but at this moment in time, he essentially still wants to stay in Brazil. Imagine he wants to stay playing for Brazil, but stay at Real Madrid, and the situation could change. It's one that could develop positively or negatively, because Xabi Alonso might say, do you know what? I was just doing that in the Club World Cup. You're going to play. And if I'm Xabi Alonso slightly, I would lie to Rodrygo because I could comprehend how good of a squad player he is. I'm going to tell him, bro, you're going to play. Stay patient. Stay at the club. Once the season started, you get utilized whenever I can find time in it. What's this? Trossard's been linked with a move to Saudi Arabia and also Turkey. People, he has changed agents. We'll have to see. We heard rumors about a new contract. Seems like there's radio silence. Even the rumors around the new contract, because some reports were saying it's not actually going to improve in terms of length of the deal. It's just giving him more money. It's not really making sense. Martinelli would probably bring more money in, but I can't see him being sold because I don't think he'd want to do it. This could be our front three of sorts, isn't it, people? Madueke, Eze, and Saka. I see three in that, but yeah, Doc. What's this? Yeah, we've had that turned down. We've gone over that. We're specifically not going to keep going over the Glock 9, man. How close would you say Gyokeres is to joining? So close, but so far, if that makes sense. Because at least dialogue has opened, but it's still negotiations. Gyokeres has showed his hand by doing everything to move. We're kind of getting closer to their figure, but we've not made it. Sporting obviously have to think about whatever money they get, it is going to be a profit, but there's an element of the sell-on clause, so Coventry will be owed something. Not anywhere yet. Haven't seen fee agreed or medical. Like, that's the main bulk of it, isn't it? Fee agreed, medical. That's it. Personal terms we're led to believe is not an issue. So we're not really that close, really and truly. Things can accelerate quickly, but are we really that close in the grand scheme of things? And yeah, Coventry, we all know they're going to get a few bob people. They got a 15% sell-on clause. Who can do the math? So if they buy him for, let's say, 70 million euros, what's 20% of that? Is that 1.4 million? Is it? I've got to see your maths. Someone tell me, please. I might be messed. Actually, I've answered that, man. So ESPN links say end of the week for 50 million euros. I'm about to lose it. Not getting excited until he's holding up the shirt. And that is something, that we do bang on about. Until they're holding the shirt, I grew up watching Omri and Bergkamp. And for me, in Gyokeres' sense, Freddie Longberg and could say Kim Kallström for no reason if you want. Arsenal apparently will not sell Ranieri to Chelsea. I think Ranieri's got a decision to make because you have played a lot of football. You played a lot of football. But I would think, because you've been given a taste of it, I would think, if you sign Eze, if you sign Eze and you sign Rodrygo, they can both play left wing, like you can, but they can both play 10. You've got a lot of other experienced midfielders. You've got Saka off the right. You do need to keep your feet on the ground, but you do have to ask long term what's going on. You naturally want to see where you phase into things. You was within a cusp of getting called up for the England squad as well. I badly want to keep him. So yeah, at this point, we know Leipzig tried to ask for a lot of money. Have we gone over this? Slyly, but once again, Sporting are insisting on 70 million fixed fee, while Arsenal were starting at 65 million plus add-ons. The situation is getting tense with the player because Gyokeres only wants Arsenal. In recent hours, so we've seen this. To fulfill his dream, he's giving up money. So I don't want to keep repeating the same things. We didn't want to go above 65 million for Sesko. Leipzig wanted 90. So Sesko, if you kept that release clause, who knows what would have been. Arsenal are 10 million pounds away from Chelsea's valuation for Madueke. Bro, let's cut that. Understand reports about Martinelli and Al Nassr are currently wide of the mark. No talks taking place with Saudi Pro League, as Al Nassr are now working on different targets as winger position. As it stands, Martinelli's going to start the season, innit? If I'm honest with you, because even if you get Madueke, I'd still reckon Martinelli's going to be the first team regular. Now, I hope Martinelli gets back to that season that he was at, but we're past that now, man. If I'm honest, Frank Lampard will be buzzing. Probably. Big up Frankie. Trossard could leave Arsenal this summer. Despite initial discussions over contract renewal, the player is happy at the club, but the arrival of Berta with new ideas could change his future. Arsenal could accept bids of around 20 million euros, people. Fair. Arsenal are preparing for their final offensive to close the deal for Mascara. We've gone over the Martinelli thing. We've gone over the Trossard thing. Intermediaries with direct mandate from Saudi clubs have been told in no uncertain terms that Rodrygo's preference is to move to the Premier League, with Arsenal his absolute priority in case a deal can be struck with Real Madrid. Chelsea are expecting offers of more than 50 million from Madueke. He has agreed personal terms with Arsenal over a move. God, please. Everything we're saying Berta is doing with smoke screen and pivoting, please can Chelsea be utilising Arsenal's interest in our previous relations to get Madueke to go somewhere else? Nottingham Forest got good stuff over there, You could blend in well there, man. Trust. After direct contact revealed on Monday, Eze has opened the doors to Arsenal move in a clear way. He's open to joining Arsenal's project, attracted by this chance for his future. Bro, I'd be gassed about you, man, because simply put, beyond the obvious, like Eze is a player that gets bums off seats. He excites. He excites. Kudus is one thing we could have. Apparently, West Ham are interested in signing Ademola Lookman, with the player keen on a return to London, his hometown. However, Atalanta are primarily interested in selling to a club they choose rather than listening to the wish of the player. Indirectly, you have to listen to the wish of the player, because if you don't want to move somewhere, you don't want to move somewhere, in it. But is there any other news? Hey, best news of it all. Onana wants to stay at United and will likely remain, as Ruben Amorim is satisfied with him. So am I. Unique qualities, bro. Kepa's better than him. No, he's not. Let's not let United fans hear that. Seems like Spurs are about to get Kudus, man. They've included add-ons in their 50 million bid for Kudus. Boy, apparently West Ham have rejected it. I mean, if you're going to go for Madueke, you must can get involved for Kudus. He was at the Champions League game at the Emirates. United tried to get Osman. Apparently he wants to stay at Galatasaray. Damn, United scaring people that much. Damn. Yeah, Real Madrid Canate is better. You can go for that. Doesn't appear that there's anything new, people, if I'm honest with you, but we'll spin the block. Big up Zubamendi, by the way, for signing for us. Let's change. Oh, no, there's no flights for me to get, but let's change to the past hour. Former players on the move. Arsenal, really? You're posting. Do you not remember, completely off topic, yeah, but do you remember when Arsenal.com used to actually facilitate the transfer news? There's been some funny stuff during this time at Arsenal, man. Arsenal agree terms for Newcastle link player. Newcastle, he's good, man. We don't want him. Please. Arsenal and Chelsea target quits Premier League club 6 months after January links. We'll see that. See if we got done by the clickbait. Ramsey's in Mexico. Being a footballer is mad, you know. You can go all over the world. Ramsey in Mexico, yeah. Who's moved? Big up Charlie Gilmore. He's moved. William was released by Fulham. Gavin Hoyt's moved to... I don't know what that is. Fabianski left West Ham. Ignacy Miguel still about. Lugones still about. Big you up. Lacazette went to Saudi. Giroud's obviously gone back to France with Lille. Big up Nathan Butler Adeji. I think he's gone to Switzerland. Speaking of Swedish players, Olsen has, I assume, gone to another Scandinavian team. Big up Craig Eastman. Martin Anger. Oh, gosh. Okay. Fair enough. Let's see what this is. Callum. Oh, you know what? Toby Bryant. Elite. You baited, man, still. That was elite. Arsenal and Chelsea target quits Premier League club 6 months after January links. Big up Callum Wilson, and we know he's announced he's leaving, but you know, geezer. He done us there, didn't ya? He done us. Fair play, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, what are you lot saying? That ends the transfer bit. Used to get transfer news off papers and teletext. Trust me. Puma's big club in Mexico. See, being a footballer is mad. Playing for that, like, look where football can take you. Even for these young players that, you know, like, what, Newcastle, I'm every Premier League team, or the majority of them, they're going abroad, in it, like whether it's somewhere in Asia, America, whatever have you. You see how, like, the random young players that they're going to be players that make it, but the random young players that probably will get released, bro, they're seeing the world. Like, I remember when we went to China a few years ago, and I think China's got, I couldn't tell you the story of how high the tower thing is, but like Arsenal had a video about it and it was mad high, and there's a bunch of random young players in the city, London guys. Like, you're never gonna. When else are you gonna pop up in China? Realistically, like, it's a madness. Delap should have gone to Newcastle, in my opinion, but he's made his choice. It's clear us fans are hugely behind Gyokeres. Right style, right stats, right attitude. If this guy bangs, he'll be a legend instantly because of what he's done to get this move. I'm not sure about legendary stuff, but he could be a cult figure. Fabianski's West Ham leaving video was a bit much. Big up you. I didn't even know you had that. If we can't get Rodrygo, who would you go for after Leao? I'm a bit indifferent, you know. I just get me Eze. Like, just get me Eze, man. Just get me Eze. I don't really feel there's a left winger that's screaming and shouting. There's a couple. I'll take a chance on the Monaco lads. They got a few. But other than that, it's like, just get me Eze, because you could do that. Yeah, I remember they used to tweet who is linked to madness. These Gen Zs don't have no exactly, and I don't know why. But when I thought of that, I don't know why I always remember Firmino, because Firmino was always linked with us in the same way Higuain was and all of them. Onana's got unique qualities, mate. The tabs are mad. You're new here. DG 10.5 mil to Coventry. So why did I think 1.4? I tried to work out 10% and double it. God knows how I pass maths in it. There you have it. I tried though. Oh, hey, stop that, boss. No Aaron slander. The fuck? Thought you were saying something sensible there. Big up Aaron, that's my guy. He can't disrespect me. Mikel Arteta is the problem, mate, at your football club. He failed. He does not have the pedigree in winning honours. Failed as a player. Failed as a manager. It's a bit harsh to say he's a failed player, but as a manager, you've got us to this point. You're a good manager. Are you a winning manager? And every year you don't get over the line. Issues. DG, imagine Gyokeres bangs a hattie at Old Trafford. Your next stream with Rants immediately would be mad. Big up Rants. I told man, big up Rants. I told man, literally 24 hours ago. It's almost like a birdie told me. It's almost like a birdie told me Zubamendi be announced and Gyokeres was the guy. Maybe a birdie tells me, I use the word wonder kid subjectively, but there might be a young player that comes to this football club that in years to come, maybe a birdie told me there might be an unpopular exit or you might have to be braced for such. Don't know. Just a YouTuber. Can't lie, I ain't interested if Eze don't come in. Madrid trying to bump price. I don't care. Eze must come home. I'm with you with that. DG started this. What did I say? I never started. I never started. I'm like Gabriel Magalhaes, defender. I'm like Miles Lewis Skelly. I didn't ask the media to get onto me or Haaland to draw me out. You said who am I? I had to let you know. Sporting some haters. It's probably a bit sour, man. And naturally, like it's gone sour, innit? Like Gyokeres is going to do everything he can to get the best deal. Sporting are going to do everything they can. And at some point, you can't cut off your nose to spite your face. Gyokeres and Big Gabby are about to become fast friends. DG, when we bust your head game week 1, I don't want to hear no more chat. Great stuff. I was looking forward to it. You don't need to be thinking about fighting relegation. Me, I'm thinking about the second game of the season. Leeds, massive club. Massive club. Come on, man. There's no need to talk about skin color. Come on, man. Skin color ain't got nothing to do. If you do the job, who cares? But I would say I want Arsenal to get back to when we had the Mandem and when we had the Geezers. Like that's when we were serious. We got many a good youth. Lookman, Anthony Gordon, Yildiz. I love Yildiz, but is his true position going to be off the left on a consistent basis? Lookman, I'm not against it, but are we 100% convinced in him? Anthony Gordon, the club are, but for obviously, like it's a non-story, innit? He does have a good sell, he does. Malik Fofana plays for France or Ivory Coast. You'd have to ask him, but it's that age-old thing with people that are alleged that are of, the dysphoria or whatever they call it. Like they're probably gonna wait for the France call up or the England call up or whatever, and then when you accept that, it might not be that issues. DG Klopp took 9 years to win the league. Why Arteta getting all this heat? So what are we doing here? Arteta himself says he wants to win the league. The players they've sniffed at it. Is it fair to say we're closer to winning the league than where we started? Yes. You finished second. Why can't we get over the line? And Klopp might have took 9. Did Klopp really take 9 years? Even if he took 9 years, he rocked up with a Champions League, which to say brought him the grace. A club like Liverpool that's seen it. He won the Champions League and he picked up some domestic cups. So it's not the same. I like Arteta, but it's fair to ask questions why he's not a winner. And I don't like Arteta more than my club. At some point, we're going to have to try something different. In the same way, you tried to get Gabriel Jesus. It didn't work out up front. In the same way you had Ramsdale, you had to upgrade with Raya, and there's been various improvements. We had Tierney. Tierney was one of the first names on the team sheet. Okay, he can't do the inverted left-back thing. We're bringing in Zinchenko, who that's him to a T. He can't defend, so let's go and have others. At some point, you're going to have to look at the manager. At some point. Every year you don't get over the line. That's it. You think Arteta don't want to win trophies? The only people connected to Arsenal in an official capacity that don't want to win trophies are fucking owners. And they'll be cool with it because it's finances. And this is what I mean. There's too much people that are committed to hating Arteta, and there's too much people to committing to Arteta. This club is a beautiful club, a massive club. It's gone 20 years without winning a trophy, a Premier League, a major honour. We've never won the champs. We've sniffed at it. Imagine if in the grand scheme of things, it meant something to smash City last season, or having the great top 6 records. We've had 3 golden years. Imagine if it actually meant something to beat Madrid. Come on, man. This is what I mean. Like, there's too much. The first thought is Arteta. This club's beautiful. This club, again, I'm exaggerating with the Emirates because we've been here for a while now. It's not going to feel like home until there's parades. What are we doing? I'm not on that. Klopp was 7 seasons, 1 Prem. And Klopp did what we want to do. At least get over the line once, win a battle. We're Arsenal. We're not going to. I'd love to. We're not going to win the league every year and 3-peats, 4-peats, 5-peats, 6-peats, trebles, quadruples. But we are a very good team. We get our, well, when people cut the crap, they can see we're a good team in Europe. They can see